Thanks for tuning in. This has been the VestedSports.com preview of UTRGV Women's Basketball and UMASS in the Battle on the Border tournament hosted here by UTRGV in Edinburgh, Texas. Should be a good match for both programs. UTRGV looking to start with the best record in program history with a win today. They're 6-2. They'd be at 7-2 with that victory, and that is a huge outcome for a team that's coming off of back-to-back 19-win seasons. Coach Larry Tidwell has some things to work on, however. His team earlier this week posted a 30-point loss to Texas A&M Corpus Christi, a team they had beaten earlier this season. And you ask, well, how could that happen to a team like UTRGV? Well, they didn't shoot well. And that has been kind of indicative of what hurt UTRGV in their losses this season. It's not a team that shoots exceptionally well. What they have to do is control the pace down low. And they've done a pretty good job of that this year. Laura Van Tilburg averaging near a double-double for UTRGV, as she is the big sparking presence down low. Big points and lots of nice baskets right around the hoop, and that's what they have to do. Alongside Laura Van Tilburg, they've got some nice performances elsewhere. Quinn Huggins has shot above 50% from the floor in the last 4 games. She could be that spark that UTRGV had been looking for a consistent shooter outside of Laura Van Tilburg. Cynthia Sampson's offense hasn't quite been where she wanted it to be, but she's played well. She's been one of UTRGV's best rebounders and is a ferocious defender. UTRGV is a team, a really good defensive team. Outside of that, keep an eye out for freshman Valeria Tapia. Tapia has played exceptionally well in the last 4 games after having to come in and start due to injury to the first 2 point guards UTRGV brought out this season. But Tapia is not going to be a high scorer. She's not the type of player that takes a lot of shots, but what she does an excellent job of is distribution. She is a skilled and quality point guard despite being just a freshman for UTRGV. On the flip side, taking a look at UMass, they are a long and lean team, and you would think that would be a lot of rebounds. Not necessarily, though. UMass is one of those teams that doesn't quite have the fight around the hoop that you would expect from a team with so many tall players. But that doesn't mean that they can't give UTRGV trouble. They will have a distinct height advantage in this match. Key to the game could be which team does a better job around the hoop, both in rebounding and in their low offense. Outside of that, you want to keep a real close eye on what happens at the top of the key in this game. If UMass can put a lot of pressure on the young Tapia, she could break up the entire UTRGV offense by forcing plays out of sequence, something Coach Larry Tidwell has to be concerned with in this match. Directly preceding this game was the opening round of the tournament. That was between Mississippi Valley State and UT San Antonio. If you have questions about what happened in that game, feel free to visit VestedSports.com. There's a preview for both of these matches on there, and I'll put recaps up for both at the conclusion of the evening. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. This has been the VestedSports.com preview of UTRGV Women's Basketball and UMass in the Battle on the Border tournament.